Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the next part of Let's Play Ultima Exodus for the NES. I've never played this. Welcome to the Royal City. This is going to be your usual signpost, people. Now what I would say also in addition about this game is that, of course this is not the original version. It was originally made for a computer in 1983, a bevy of different computers. Some people don't like those versions better. The graphics are quite primitive, so even though you might say this actually doesn't look very good for a Nintendo game, it's quite a step up from what we had on the computer. Of course, without a keyboard, we lose some functionality, but this is the only version I've really played. I've seen the other version, I never played them. So to me, this is the definitive version. It's not called Ultima 3, duh, because there's no other Ultimas, so it's Ultima Exodus. So anyway, he says, if Exodus is awake, what will happen to us? I'm so scared. Now this is the bar. Would you like a drink for 10 gold? No. So sometimes they'll give you information. When did Mondane perish? I didn't know about that. So we did kill Mondane, I think in the first game, and then Minax in the second one. Like I said, I'm no scholar on this. I actually got most of my knowledge from the Spoonie videos. They say the dungeon to the northwest of this town, there is one, but it's so dangerous that no one who goes there ever returns. Yes, there are a number of dungeons. Interestingly enough, some of them are unnecessary, which is kind of cool in a way, but also kind of lame, because if you go into a dungeon, and with one exception, all the decent crap, any the stuff you want is on the bottom floor. Alright, so let's see what kind of weapons they have here, because I'm just going to kind of show you. Okay, you can see we've got the dagger. So the dagger is a melee weapon, but you can throw it, but once you throw it, it's gone. Mace, close-up weapon. Axe, close-up weapon. Sword, close-up. Spear, close-up. So these are all in the game. They're like axe, axe +1. Sword, sword +1. But they give you different names for this game, which I think is pretty cool. The fact is, right, straight up, your best weapon to buy from here is the blowgun. I'm not going to buy it. The reason is because I'm a cheating piece of crap, and I'm going to have my other party, which has the silver bow, just give it. But for these level 1 monsters, it's not necessary. Your wizards can't use anything that's any better than, I think, a mace, okay? They can't use a blowgun, they can't use a sling, but they can use the mystic weapon when you get that. Everybody can use the mystic weapon, and you can dig up an infinite number of them, which is kind of goofy. Anyway, we're not buying anything for that, man. We don't need to. Alright, hello. Welcome to the armory. Take a look at this armor. So this guy actually has all the armor that's for sale in the game. The first store in the whole game has all the armor. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it, because this is the Royal City. If any place has a complete inventory of armor, it should be this one. And they do. And look at how much that dragon armor costs. 8,250 gold. Are you kidding me? You have to, like, you could buy it, and I did buy it. That's what I was like. I was playing the game, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy the very best armor for my, I can't remember, for my fighter or whatever. And I did. And I was disappointed by that, because it didn't really do crap. So I spent that kind of money, which is quite a bit of money in this game. You need it for something else, something way more important, and I blew it. Alright, so whatever. Okay, I've come here to buy armor. Well, that certainly makes sense. Can you spare a dime? Yeah, so like I said, there's so much of this. There's dialogue in this game that's just completely... What? Are you gonna fight Exodus? Against Exodus? How brave! Okay. There are 4 shops in this town. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can just see how nobody in this game is really giving us much helpful information, which is kind of crap. A strange wind blows in the dungeon. It plunges everything into darkness. That could be a helpful hint if you knew what the heck he was talking about. Basically, if you got a torch lit, it goes out when the strange wind blows. Kind of sucks. Welcome to the pub. It's not a pub. It's the grocery store. So we could buy groceries here. So here's how you do it. Okay, so you say you want to buy it with your person with money, because you can all carry money, but generally you only have one person carrying it at one time. So there we go. Buy 100. Yeah, I'll buy 100 more. Yeah, buy 100 more, and buy 100 more, okay? Now, you go to the menu and press select there to get to the other part, and you share it out. Shared food. Now everybody has like 200 and some. Pretty simple, a little annoying though, really, if you think about it. I mean, why wouldn't you want? Well, there's reasons why you wouldn't want to share it, I guess. Alright, there are fountains in the dungeon. Thanks. Now, there's a very important character, for once, and you'll get used to that noise when you're trying to walk, for Pete's sake. Ah! I'm walking over the top of this girl. Alright, hello. This is a good town, so you should stay here. Do you really want to leave? Well, we can't answer that, and I can't do anything. So this is Sherry. I'm Sherry. Think me beautiful? Yeah. Thank you. Next time, bring some flowers. We can say no. Nah. This is a but thou must, okay? But if you said no, and then you said yes, flattery will get you nowhere. That is where I learned that expression. This game is also how I learned the word dexterity, because I asked my grandmother, hey, Grandma, what does dexterity mean? She said, it's skill with your hands. Which, that's a pretty good definition. I think it's a good definition anyway. So thanks, Gram. Go to Dawn. I never called her Gram. But it sounded like the right thing to say. Go to Dawn. He doesn't say where Dawn is. Maybe he meant to say go to hell. I don't know. But the point is that, once again, we're getting a lot of no information. When I grow up, let me join. Sure. A kid. Like, the amount of text they use in this game for, because, so I gotta bitch a little bit, okay? And what I'm gonna bitch about is I'm gonna tell you that, like, for a game that's as opaque as this one, now look at this. Now here's something you'll get used to, well, you won't get used to, is that you can't see anything when you're walking through the woods. So if there's a guy in here that has some valuable information, good luck finding him. Okay, I already talked to you, you old bag. So anyway, but that's kind of what you do, is you're like, gosh darn it, I need some good information. I had better, kind of explore here, because, see, look, there's a guy right here. Got anything for me? There are monsters in the dungeon. See? Look at that. Look at that. I thought I was being real clever here, searching through these woods. I found an old man to talk to. And what did he tell me? There are monsters in the dungeon. I mean, yes, I guess you might think there aren't, which I don't know why you would think something like that, but you could reasonably infer that because the other person told you, like, it's dangerous. Anyone who goes there, don't come back. Well, then what's happening, Okay, I hear that there is another king somewhere. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that town. So let's get out here. Now let's crush some baddies first, and I'll show you some other places. Yeah, you can actually just choose the fight command if you really want to. If you're just aggressive, you're just aggro like that. So in a game like this, which doesn't hold your hand, doesn't lead you where you need to go, right? It says Exodus exists. You gotta stop him, right? That's the information you're given. And maybe some flavor text like, oh, in the time of chaos, you slew Minax and Montaigne and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? They'll tell you all this stuff. There's a town up there that we cannot reach till we get a vessel. But anyway, until we get those vessel, we can't reach that place. Now I know we already have a vessel, but pretend like you didn't see that boat for Pete's sake. That's what I want you to do, okay? Because it's so embarrassing for me. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, for Pete's sake, laddie. Freaking die. Yeah, so I mean, it hits a random number of people. I really want James and not Jim to get the kill here. So, but I can't see that guy, so. Well, if he doesn't get it this time, he's never gonna get it because I'm gonna flame that guy. Yeah, get him. Thank you. So anyway, as I was saying, that's another town. I think it's Fawn. As I understand, Fawn in the computer game was a good place to get money at because you could rob it. And yes, you heard that right. You're the heroes of this game. But the game pretty much encourages you to steal stuff. In fact, for some items, it's necessary to do. It's necessary for you to steal. Now, when you do steal, you get the whole a band of guards after you, who are pretty much unkillable until you have some real nasty, gnarly magic to use against them. At that point, though, they become more of a nuisance if you have enough magic. And that's one of the reasons why it's good to have our 2 wizards there. And the wizards are more useful than, say, a fighter. Also cheaper to equip, because they really can't use crap for decent armor. Alright, well, let's take them out. And I do like this music, actually. I think this game has very, very good music. Excellent music, especially the King's theme, which is very complex for a Nintendo theme, especially. This is 1988, remember. So, you know, you got Super Mario 2 out there, which is pretty good graphics and music-wise, but nothing like, say, Castlevania 3. So here's another town, so let's go ahead and explore this town in this video. Yeah, I'm not going to go up and around. Every town's got a freaking moat. These guys right here, I don't know, they always give me the creeps. Who are you? They're very, you see, they're very, what's the word for it? Very suspicious. There are mysterious gates in Caesarea. They open and close according to the waxing and the waning of the moon. So yes, moon gates. Whoa, I was going to say, did you go through a moon gate? Looked like you disappeared there, buddy. So, moon gates are, of course, a fixture of the Ultima series. They say Exodus is very powerful. Are you sure you can win? Yeah, that's not very nice. Promise not to forget about me. Well, it would help if you told me your name, but whatever. So yeah, so you can see these, what's his name? It's just insipid commentary, like, okay guys, yes, I won't forget about you. Yes, Exodus is very powerful. We got it. Welcome to Moon, a sacred city. Okay, yeah, so this is Moon. And we got this guy right here, so he's like a priest. Fortune be with you, and also with you. Lift up your hearts. We lift them up. So anyway, sorry. A lot of church going. Not a lot of church going as a kid, but enough church going to when somebody says something be with you, I automatically respond with, and also with you. Look at this. My name is John. I know more about Ultima than you. Like, so that you had so little to say, so little you could tell us that you had to break the fourth wall there. It's like, man, I got nothing for these people. Like, there's so much you could tell us. Anyway, welcome to the temple. May I help you? So you can meditate here, or you can revive people. But I don't want to do any of those things. Now, those guys will actually give you clues. But guess what? It's going to cost you money. And I don't want to spend money. Because I already know where to go, kind of. And their help really isn't very helpful, to be honest with you. Dawn. No, I never heard of that. See, why is the lady needed? Why we got a cross here? Because as far as, I mean, they're not like Christians exactly. I don't know, it's a nice shape, I guess. Oh, it's a hospital, that's right. Do you know about the mystic armor? Yeah, then hurry up. No, mystic armor is somewhere. Look at that. Look at that clue. That's what they want to give us. See, they got a lot better about this later on. This hospital, please come in. Yeah, so this is the hospital here. Okay, makes sense. I got the cross. Doctor's over there. Who's this clown? Watch out for phonies. You're telling me, buddy. You know? Gotta watch out for those phonies. Oh, nah. I don't know why I did that, because the No Limit Soldiers never complained about phonies. I'm sure they complained about some permutation of that word, but they never specifically said, so phony. Although, what's his name said that? I think Tupac is like, in his scandalous song. So scandalous. She's so scandalous. Yeah, I said, that shit was so phony. It's a fine day, isn't it? It's a good day for washing. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I hope I'm making my point here. That for a game that doesn't hold your hand, for a game that doesn't give you clear objectives other than go kill bad guy, they are not. My kid doesn't study at all. Okay? I am Jane. I'm on a diet. Like, what? Okay, well, that's great, Jane. Do you know anything about the dungeons? Do you know anything we're supposed to be doing here? Who am I? Where am I? What are we doing? Okay, you're on a diet. Does that mean you have to avoid, what do you people eat? Like, if you're gonna have flavor text, make it flavorful, you silly gooses. Anyway, it's terrible. This is what I want to say, okay? This is not a bad game, But playing this as a 7 or 8 year old, yeah, 7 or 8 year old, there's no way in the world I was going to figure any of this out. So you might think like, wow, you can't get up there. That'd be cool when you get a ship. It's actually just the other side. So basically we can get there. It's the other side of the continent. Caesarea is extremely small, which is fine by me. I thought one thing that was kind of cool, and I actually looked up the lore a little bit because I found it cool, because this is the game like I said, I grew up on this game. It makes it sound like I actually played through it, but I didn't. I played it many times, hoping that my increasing intellect over the years would be enough. But even in my early 20s, I was like, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I didn't have the patience of being an old, lame man to really know what the heckaroonie was going on. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Brah? So anyway, the point is that I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And I was never able to get an idea until a few months ago. Because I played through Quest of the Avatar also for the Nintendo. I didn't play it on its video game version. I almost played through all of it on the Sega Master System version, but I eventually I just kind of lost interest in it because I'd become the Avatar and I'm so proud of myself. Like, yeah, you gotta go through all those dungeons to get all the magical doodads. I was like, I don't want to go through dungeons. Dungeons are lame. And then I didn't. Because I think I just finished playing through Phantasy Star. I was doing retro RPG, just go through stuff, because these are games I missed when I was a kid. Quest of the Avatar I missed, and I missed definitely Phantasy Star, because who the hell had a Sega Master System? Those are some weird. I knew one kid who had one, and he was weird. But yeah, whoa, look at that. His dad owned the used car deal in my area. I don't know if that has anything to do with buying a Sega Master System. Alright, orcs. Get them. So yeah, pretty much what I'm trying to tell you guys. And if you're wondering what the heck we're doing right now, I'm getting some gold while I wander off. I'm getting more experience because I got all the gold I want from my other team. But, it also gives me some time to explain what's going on without having to comment on the insipid commentary. I never went to, Devil Guard, which is a weird name for a town. Why the heck would you name your town Devil Guard? See, this is the, what's his name, dungeon floor here. I always thought this looked real weird. It was green like that. I guess it makes sense. Plus, if it looked brown, it might blend in with some of the enemies. Because I don't think there's a lot of greens on enemies in this game. Or maybe there are and I just don't notice them. His skeletons are purple. Gosh darn it, you sneaky Pete. Alright, so anyway. But this is good. It's good. It's a good opportunity to get some experience. Good opportunity to gather some gold that I really don't need. But anyway, yeah. So there is a mystery about where Dawn is. But I think... you can actually piece it together. But I found it on accident. And I didn't find it on accident. I found it by, informed accident. How about that? Because I knew Dawn, about where Dawn was, and I knew it depended on the phases of the moon. And so I was wandering around where I thought it would be. And just kind of walking around, getting into fights. Because a lot of fights sometimes in the forest. So I was just dorking around, right? And I was like, holy crap. There's the... there it is. And I went in there and I figured it out, the pattern myself. But that was spoiled, I believe, in Nintendo Power Magazine. And so you can buy the silver bow there, which is the best ranged weapon you can get. And really makes it the best weapon until you get to Castle Exodus, where for SNGs, they make it impossible to use ranged weapons. Which I don't really know what their major malfunction on that one was, but yeah, you have to use the mystic weapons in there, which are, get up in your face and attack weapons. Oh, you might as well kill the last one for Pete's sake. Okay, get up in your face and kill them weapons. Alright, so let's kill these guys and then we'll probably go ahead and call this good for a video. And I believe it will be good for a video. So I gotta try not to... It allows me a chance to gab a little bit more. But as you saw, that information, quote-unquote information for the villagers, is not particularly useful. And so we're pretty much I mean, it's kind of neat, but like I said, like it breaks down. Like in the Quest of the Avatar, you could figure stuff out. Like you talk to people, you figure stuff out. I don't want her to get the experience. One also interesting thing about this battle system is if you change your mind, like if you say fight and you're like, oh no, I meant to use, oh gosh darn it. If you fight and then you said, oh gosh darn, I meant to use magic there. Yeah, well, too bad. Your turn is skipped. And in some of those pitched battles, like if you're fighting, say, those guards, because you just robbed the town, which we will be doing. Not that I am putting forth that you should steal. You should not, particularly not from towns with armed guards who will kill you. That would be a bad idea, but it's not good to steal anyway. Okay, so let's say there's no armed guards, still don't steal. Okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, I'm gonna flame this guy in a minute. I'm gonna give him the big fire. Well, maybe not. No, okay, fine. Eat flame. Yeah, because we got to make sure that James gets his whatever going, gets his freak on. And by gets his freak on, I mean gets his magic or his experience. Because that's the thing. That obviously, the first people are going to be the ones who get the most experience. Now, luckily, these guys get 4 instead of just 3. Later on, I think even the best monsters in this game get 15 per, which is pretty good. You get a new level every time you get 100 magic points or 100 experience points. Every time you get 100 experience points, you can get to a new level, but only upon talking to Lord British. So while you could get as many levels or experience points as you want, or you can forestall your advancement to the next level, which of course is highly preferable. In this game, and remember in Ultima 4 as well, because once my avatar got to level 8 in Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar, holy crap. I started fighting all these Reapers in the caves, and Reapers use sleep, and they just continuously put us all to sleep. I mean, I could tear a hole in these Reapers constantly if I wanted to, but they put us to sleep. And so it made every battle a complete and utter ordeal. And yeah, so I can't be having a 10-minute battle, one that I might get killed in too. Gosh darn, open the darn box. Okay, good. And you can see we've amassed pretty good gold. It's not that hard to get gold, but it's still not a quick process, particularly because you're going to need boatloads. Complete boatloads of gold once we get into the most important phase of the game. Okay, so here's the next town. I can't remember what the hell it is. Let's talk to these people. Welcome to Gray. Don't disturb the peace of our town. Man, see, look at these guys with the threats already. What the hell's wrong with you? And he'll say the same thing. Okay, so we'll explore Gray in the next video. We'll take a look at it, you know, kind of sniff it. Get a good sniff on it, in and out, and then we'll continue on with our adventure. We will eventually get to some action, but it's going to be a little while, just because there's so much of this. Let's see how much experience we got. Okay, so yeah, like 2 of us are ready to go to level 2 already, but we don't want to do that, obviously. We got to make sure to kind of spread this out a little bit better. Obviously, the fact that Mom gets the first shot and Jim gets the first shot is hurting both Zulf and the other one, and the other Jim, the full James. So, in any case, things going well in this game, I think so far, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Bye bye.